Hello, 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 everybody. We are here. Well, I am here. Aphrodite can't join us tonight. She has some personal stuff going on. So it's literal me tonight. I hope you don't mind. Um, if you did not see the questions yet, I have three down there. Tonight's theme is writing with fear. Um, because we all have that as writers, definitely have some fear in there. Um, can hold us back. Definitely. So figure that'll be a pretty decent topic to have. If you are new to the channel and you don't know who I am, I'm Arthur D.L. Tillery, and usually I'm writing with author Aphrodite Lee. As I said, couldn't be here. This week was her turn for the show to be on her channel, but when one or the other can't make it, then we just substitute for the other channel, and it's on my channel again this week. So that being said, we're gonna go ahead, and we missed last week because I'm a director of a convention, a nonprofit convention that's based around dance and acceptance and such things. So we were both very busy because Aphrodite is also my assistant and director of director of what's the word? Well, she does so much. So um, she's my assistant and she does all the paperwork and everything. So administration, I believe. She just does all the paperwork and is my lifesaver, so to say the least. So we both were very, very, very busy. So that's why we did not have our usual write-in last week. But we're back this week. So here. And Aphrodite is in the comments. So she just couldn't be on camera tonight. But she will be chatting with us at the very least. Hi, everyone. Hey, Steven. Hey, DL. My author name twin. Um, and Shannon. All right, and Tamara. Hey. So thanks for joining me. We're going to just jump right in with the first question of the night. I'm probably going to do 15-minute sprints, and I'll ask you in a minute what you're working on, and you can just comment what that is. So the first question of the night is, what's your biggest fear as a writer? I'm sure a lot of us will have similar fears. Yeah, we are 20s. Yeah. um, So my biggest fear is writing a story that no one enjoys, and that's almost nearly impossible because there's a story for your story is for someone. There's going to be a group of people that love it. There's going to be people that don't like it. There's going to be people that are indecisive about it. So yeah, I mean that's just a basic fear. I don't have a fear much of it otherwise. That's part of what held me back a lot too. I also didn't have confidence in myself when I was first started out writing, even though I have been a journalist for years and written for a few publications, and also had my work published when I was 19 as a poet, which I'm also a poet, but it still didn't stop that fear of failure that I felt inside as far as my novels were concerned. Though I've been told plenty of times that I am a good writer and I have really good stories, but that doesn't, people can say things to you, but it doesn't necessarily push you yourself to believe it. That being said, so let me know what your main fear as a writer is, and you can comment below. Also, what are you working on tonight? I'm probably going to be working on some of my revision for Chronicles of Cagliostro. I actually took a workshop with author Aphrodite Lee at the convention that I run. She was teaching there two writers workshops, and I took both of those, and it was actually very informative. Her workshops are amazing. If you ever get to take one with her, please do by all means. But really, definitely, please try to take workshop with her. And I actually have homework which I need to do, which she's gonna give me. So,
Hey, can you hear me?
oh yeah, I can hear you. Oh, she's there, people. She don't have video on, but she does have voice. Say yeah.
I don't have a voice. I can't stay long, but I just wanted to make sure I said hello.
So she's saying hello, everyone. So
Oh,
and Talame, hi Talame.
Solomon. Then there's Danny with the lollipops.
Hi, Talame. I'll make sure I send you some lollipops soon and some toys, apparently, because I'm Santa Claus.
Okay. Did you say okay? Say thank you. Say thank you. Oh, where did you go? Say thank you. There she is. Say thank you. Oh, he pretended to be shy. She can't see you.
I really can't tell, man. I can't see.
I'm killing a pig though, man. I can kill a pig. I
Too
wish.
cute.
I really wish I could stay, but
I know, sweet. It's okay.
I just do not feel well. It's too much going on, and
I know.
I missed the beginning of the video,
It's okay. It's okay.
so I missed the question. What was the question? I can at least answer that.
It's what's your biggest fear as a writer? So like your overall fear as a writer.
Oh, okay. What do you want to get out of my room? Why are you staring there? Oh, you little fuck. Oh my god, my son is a bastard.
Yeah, I know.
He came in my room to fucking pass gas. Anyway,
sound like my little brother.
my biggest fear, honestly, is not living long enough to tell all the tales I got inside of me.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I hate to say that, but it really is true. Like, I have so
Many
many
stories.
out, and I just want to get them all out. If nothing else, get all the outlines out so that I can pass them on to writers and they can do them. Their interpretation.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Bubala. That's beautiful. Yeah. Did you do that? Oh, wow. You are freaking amazing. Uh-huh. You know you can't, so I don't know why you asked. I can. No, you can't. You can't. You want something?
Too cute.
That's not how the world works.
Listen to him being cute.
I don't care. You're not getting it.
Hey, DL said, I fear that I will never get everything I want written, actually written. Too many ideas, too little time. I'd have to agree with that, DL, for sure. You never know because it's so, as a writer that has a lot of, stories in your head, you don't know if you get to tell them all in your lifetime. Or if you end up having an epic, like let's say something in heaven, that'd be awesome. I'm like Lord of the Rings, like he didn't get to finish writing that before he passed, and his son finished it. So that type of thing, you don't know if you'll finish, even if you're working on something really, really big to you at the time. You don't know if you'll get to finish it before you pass from this world. So there's that too. So that is a bit of a fear because you don't know if someone's going to do it justice. And then, of course, you won't have those thoughts once you're gone, but the fact of the matter is you have them while you're here. Like, if you do leave a story unfinished, what will happen to it in that instance? Will it be treated with respect, or will it just be exploited because it's such a good story and it makes a lot of money for someone? So,
Right, right.
thank God for our JR Talking son, Christopher Talking, who he decided to finish his father's story. Really was interested in it because he's a writer himself and did it justice, but that didn't mean that all of Tolkien's children felt that way. And at some point they did draw a line when they made money off of his stuff, but they didn't draw enough of a line, in my opinion, because the movies were not bad, but again, they did let them take civil liberties with certain things when they made those movies and changed the point of his story. They made it too much about Aragon instead about the small person being a big deal and overcoming adversities, and they totally missed the whole point of the story because they focused on the big people and Aragon, blah blah blah, and it wasn't about that, not at all. And it is completely cut out parts that showed you that the hobbits overcame such adversities as such small people who weren't such strong big people and all that stuff, but they completely missed the whole point. They even took out Tom Bombadil because they felt that it was too much of a god complex for the story and they didn't want to mention anything to do with a god, but changing a man's story is disrespectful to what he was doing. So I can't respect that at all, rather it's going into cinema or not. They didn't need to change those things. They just felt that they thought they could write it better because how novel writers and screenwriters go at each other as far as like who can write something better. But I don't know, the whole point of that just kind of pissed me off. So as a writer, I have that fear that if I leave something behind, if someone's going to butcher it and not tell the story the way I want it to be told or try to retell my story, that really would really anger me, I think.
No.
Hey Dana, and yes, I'm going to be working on outlining my memoir, True Identity. So I like that title. That's a working title, but if that is a working title, I still like that title. It's really cool.
What's the title? I didn't see it.
True Identities.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Chance, I think my main fear is that I'll stop writing for some stupid reason and then never start again. That's a good fear too, because that could happen. You never know. Um, see, and DL was saying hi, Aphrodite. Everybody saying hey to you.
Hey,
Oh,
it's hard to
someone
hear
messed up.
me. I know. I have laryngitis.
Tamara said Sam Claus.
My Santa Claus.
She must have seen that post on your Facebook wall. Steven said, my main fear is of writing a story that no one would like." Yeah, that's similar to mine, but that's almost impossible. Even though it's a fear that we have, it's impossible. There's always going to be someone who would like it, even if it's like people over here that dislike it. There's going to be. I mean, look how many people hate Twilight, and look how many people love Twilight. Like,
Look how
people can shoot it down all day, but then you got a whole group of people that love it all day. So it's like you
you got,
can't please everyone anyway.
you got people who hate Harry Potter and people who
Yeah,
love Harry
right.
Potter. So you never worry about that.
You can't.
As long as you write the story that you love,
That's
you already win.
that's all right. You're right about that. So that's like it's a fear we may have, but it's not. It's not something that's going to really come to fruition. So I'm glad that that's the case. But it's just like that's what was my fear before, of like I wouldn't write a good enough story or something like that, or I didn't believe in myself enough. So um, let's see what everyone else is saying. Tamara said my main fear is writing a book that is absolutely awful. Again, similar to that. But yeah, it's going to be good to someone. So everyone needs obviously can improve on things, and everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. It's up to you to be willing to grow as a writer and to um, take notice of those issues you may have and face them and not just act as if they don't exist.
Yeah, because
So,
I know for a fact that the stuff that I write now, the way I write, not the stories. I think the stories are okay anyway.
mhm.
My writing is 1,000 times better than it was.
Right, right. I know I myself outgrown over the past 6 months as a writer. Like before I finished Chronos Cagliostro, and my whole concepts and thoughts and stuff, the way I write things have changed just because of writing and doing things the way I've been doing them now. So yeah. Nicole said my biggest fear as a writer is to become famous for all the wrong reasons. Yeah. Well,
But
hopefully,
I will become famous for that sex tape that leaks out instead of my book. Not that I have a sex tape.
well, everyone would expect Minx to have one. I'm just saying.
Me's got
I'm
so
just
much stuff. It's just sad in general.
exactly. Um, Steven said I'm working on my high fantasy. Today I'm doing a 10K Tuesday, and I'm at 6,073 out of 10,000K. Good job, Steven.
I'm participating in that starting next week.
Yeah, me too. Next week for me because I just got back from the convention, so I'm a bit frazzled right now. So
Yeah, that
um,
convention was on point, but we did a lot of work.
it's hard work, definitely 24/7, man, all day. So yeah, I'm kind of trying to take it easy this week, so I can ease back into my writing. I have homework, like I said, from Aphrodite's workshop that I need to take care of, and then next week I'll start on Chronicles of Cagliostro. So that Tuesday when I do 10K, it'll probably be based to Chronicles of Cagliostro because more likely it's going to be more words need to be written because it's a revision, so lots of things have to be put in and taken out. So we shall see where that goes. See,
Soda.
let me try to miss anybody's statements.
Nice.
Duh, duh, duh. Okay, Michael said, even though I've been published before, my biggest fear is publishers telling me that I suck, and I actually do. Yeah. That's always a fear of a writer when they have to, if they doing traditional route and they go to send out, things and then they get letters back of rejections and then, it can be pretty harsh sometimes. But yeah, so that could be a fear. Definitely, it's probably been a fear for writers for a long, long time. Like you're sitting there biting your nails, waiting for those emails to come in. So, um,
Why not? But
The
I
full title is the slightly altered. Okay, D also the full title is the slightly altered true identities of the Fog Boys.
oh
That am I reading that right?
yeah, I can't wait to read that.
I like title. He said true identities is just shorter. True enough. All right. So everyone answered that question, and so we can start on our first sprint for 15. We'll come back around 8:30. We're about 8:15 right now, and then we'll do the second question and talk, chat a little bit, and then jump into our next sprint.
I'm gonna jump off, but I will come back in the chat.
Okay, cool.
It's no point in me trying to talk.
That's cool. All right, everyone. Aphrodite's gonna pop off, and she will be in the chat. So thanks for even chatting with us for a minute loudly,
Say
Aphrodite.
bye.
Bye.
You say bye
Bye. Bye, Talma. All
bye.
right. So I'm gonna count us out, everyone. 3, 2, 1, and right. Have fun. See you in 15. Okay, everyone, and we're back. So, how did everyone do? I think I managed to do about I revised about 3 pages. That's not too bad. I don't have to get rid of so many words and edit new words and then put new words in such and such and all that. Yay, revising. Hmm. Hmm. Cole got 368 words. Good job. Good job. Good job. Wait for a few minutes to see what everyone else gotten. What everyone has gotten. Steven got 321. Awesome. Everybody's doing great. Michael got 421 words. Awesome. DL 509 words for chapter 19 on y'all line. Good. Tamara 154. Everybody's working hard. Good job. Awesome. Getting stuff done. As the show's called, we're getting it written. So, um, I'll keep a lookout for anyone else's numbers while we go ahead and start question number 2 of tonight. Um, so, if you didn't know, again, the theme is writing with fear. So, question number 2 is in your work in progress, what have you or do you agonize over? So, think about that one. What do you or have you agonized over in your work in progress? That's just if you finished it or you're still writing it. Depends on which way I want to answer that. So, awesome. What did I agonize over while writing Chronicles of Cagliostro? Hmm. I think I may well agonize over quite a few things. Oh, that's a good one, DL. Writing emotions. Yeah, that's definitely a good one. Good one to agonize over. I try not to, but it's not the easiest thing. Stop the things we agonize over. I was gonna say fighting scenes probably. I agonize over trying to write good fighting scenes because I do have quite a few of those in my book. Um, being supernatural and all. So I wasn't sure if I was going to be good at writing those or not. So I agonize over them a bit sometimes, hoping I did them justice, so to speak. But I learned to not agonize over those things. But I did agonize over it for quite some time. Um, Nicole said I struggle with believing I'm capable of doing the story justice. Yeah, that's a. I think a lot of us writers have that fear and feel that way. Definitely agonize over it. No lie. Michael says treating the subject of my writing with truth and authenticity. Authenticity. Yeah, another good one to agonize over. We all have really good ones to agonize over. I gotta say. Not that they're not bad things to agonize over, and we'll grow, out of agonizing over certain things, but it's not surprising to have had something or have something. And that possibly could still happen with any book that you actually write. So you'll start a new book and then be agonizing over something completely different than you were in the last work in progress. So comes with the territory more than likely. Hmm. Dana said I agonize over touring, torturing a character I and my readers love. Well, yeah, that's definitely one for sure. Um, that's hard because if you like the character a lot, you don't even want to do that at all. And and for story development, you might actually have to in some cases. It just leads to that direction. And you kind of hope it wouldn't lead to that, but in order for the story to progress in the direction you want it to, you might have to do that. So I definitely have to agree with that one, Dana, for sure. And Samara said, I agonize over writing a mystery that's too easy to solve. That's a good one. I know, girly. Are you eating? I guess I'm nothing up. Yeah. Hold on a minute. So, yeah, that's a really good one. Definitely want your mystery to be mysterious. So, you don't want people to solve them easy. So, I definitely understand that. Be patient, mama. So those are all good answers to the question. My little frazzle. Yes, I know, my girl. So just to wait for anyone else to answer that question. I'm gonna try to jump right in on another sprint because we were a little behind, so we did chat a little bit longer than I planned to at the beginning. So we're at about 8:35. So we'll jump in on another 15. And if you didn't get a chance to answer that question, please do, and I will read it when I come back. And we'll have one more question, and our third sprint after this one. All right, I'm gonna count us out. 3, 2, 1, and right. See you in a little bit. All right, and we're back. Okay, so I'm not sure everyone what you did. You can go ahead and comment in the chat how many words you gotten or how many pages you revised or if you're where I am. I did get to do about 4 more pages of revision. So I did get to write a good amount because a lot of that was add in and not just cut, cutting as well. So let's check the chat and if I missed a few things. Hey Nicole, thanks for joining. Uh, Nicole says my biggest fear as a writer, I'm fooling myself into thinking my stuff is good enough. Yeah, I'm sure you're not fooling yourself though, but that is, I'm sure that's quite a few writers here. Um, Definitely one that happens quite often. Sad to say that we usually we're our um, worst critic or how you want to look at that, best critic, worst critic, and also we're very very tough on ourselves. And there's nothing wrong being tough on yourself. Don't get me wrong, but that can stop you. Those type of fears, and they stopped me plenty of times over the years. Because I've technically been writing Chronicles of Cagliostro for better part of 6 to 8 years, probably. It was on and off, obviously. And that was before I was an outliner, obviously, too. Once I decided to outline seriously, then I completed my book. And also, as I did that and also started doing other aspects of writing with other writers, because I was a writer already, was a journalist and everything like that. But writing fiction is a little bit different than just covering stories or, even though I wrote articles and wrote my own, I did a story coverage. I covered something and did an article on it. It's a little bit different than writing making a whole world and world building and things like that. But that was something I love to do inside. But it's just, believing in yourself is a really, really tough thing for some in writing. I believed in myself in every other aspect of my life. And usually when I want something and I go after it, I get it. But in writing, I was very, very hard on myself. Steven said, I have agonized over whether my world building is any good. World building is no joke, though. That's a lot to world building, so I definitely can understand why you would, agonize over that. It's always a slight worry there. Nicole said, current work in progress struggle connecting with my hero because he's so different from the type of hero I myself enjoy reading, but I don't want to keep writing the same heroes over and over again. Definitely can agree with you on that one. Don't want to keep writing the same heroes over and over again, but there's nothing wrong with that either. Because some people you get known as a writer for, whatever type of hero you write, and maybe that's needed because other people will write other heroes, and no one will be writing the type of hero that you write. So there's always some kinds of positive outlook on these things as well. Um, all right, so numbers. Demerix, I got 405. Awesome cake. DL got 489 words and finished chapter 19 outline. Awesome. Steven got 423. Good job, Steven. Aphrodite says she's working on editing a super surprise video for patrons. Yay. I can't wait to see that. I am a patron. Nicole said I got 91 words, but only got about 5 minutes to write during that sprint. That's pretty good for 5 minutes in. Michael said 967 words were written and edited. Nice. Nice job, 15 minutes. Good job, Michael. Nicole said 292 that time around. Good job. Aphrodite said artists always beat themselves off. Yeah. Was that a little bit of makes in there? I think that was a little bit of makes in there. Um, Aphrodite said took me 4 months to actually sit down and write Shattered, but it took over 40 years to put pen to paper and write it beyond dreaming of writing it. Yeah, those those times are always so different with that. I mean, I've been writing Chronicles for about 10 years technically, but physically wrote it in about 3 months, I think. If I count that, just I had been playing with it for a long time, a decade apparently. Supernova. Oh, hey, Supernova. late to the game, but it's okay. It's okay. We still have another question of the night and another sprint in us at least. Um, I only have about an hour and 15 minutes tonight to give to the writing, but it's better than zero. And it sounds like everyone's doing very very well on the sprint, so I'm very happy to be a part of that. Um, let's see here. Yes, we know you like to write the villains. We know. uh, off, not off. Yeah. Yes. Well, see, Aphrodite. I thought that was just a little bit of minks coming out. You know, I wasn't sure, but it's good either way. Nicole said I didn't want to be the one to point that out, but I did have a good chuckle reading it off. I really honestly thought that was intentional. I honestly thought it was minks. I just come in channeling through Aphrodite. I mean, I'm friends with Aphrodite, so it would not have surprised me if she meant it the way it was typed. I'm just saying. Um, uh, Super Villanova with the villains. Yeah, you love writing villains. All right, so let's go ahead and jump on the third question. So we got about another 5 minutes before I want to do our last sprint of the night. So, third question, and if you didn't answer any other questions, super villain, you had just got here. So, if you want to type all your answers in the comments, you can. The first question of the night was, "What's your biggest fear as a writer?" Number two was, "In your work in progress, what have you or do you agonize over?" And now for the third one is, "In your work in progress, have you feared killing a character off would ruin your story, or have you killed the character and changed the death in a revision?" So, what do you think about that question? Do you have an answer for that one? Um, yeah, work in progress. How you fear killing a character off would ruin your story. I actually stress over that quite frequently. Because I don't. I'm a happy ending writer, and I'm going to just tell you that right now. I don't have any plans whatsoever ever of writing a story that ends bad, or well, I can't say bad, or ends sad. I should say, or not happy. And I don't care if I'm a cliche. Whatever. Let it be what it be. But the reason behind that is because life is hard enough. I've seen a lot of bad things. We as humans see a lot of bad things. A lot of bad things happen to good people. And a lot of us also have bad endings. A lot of sadness going on. But there's also a lot of happiness though. But I like to read happy endings. Rather whatever kind of happy ending that is, because that's a wide open range of things, but I'm just stating that that's how I am. So I do have problems killing off characters that I don't want to kill off. But I will do it if the story writes itself that way, if that makes sense. But I'm not a J.R.R. Martin. I mean, George R.R. Martin. I'm not him. He specifically seems to kill characters just because he thinks he wants to be the opposite of J.R.R. Tolkien, in my opinion. So, uh, yeah, that's not me. So I definitely would agonize over that, and I have agonized over that. Now, as far as like killing a character and then in a revision, bringing them back and changing that whole outcome, hmm, not sure I would do that or not. It really depends on if I felt that the character really needed to be back in the story and I felt that I made an error in killing them too soon or killing them at all. I haven't though, so I can't say that. As far as killing characters in my work in progress that I regret killing, um, I don't really think that I'm actually upset about. I mean, I would have, there is one character I would like have not killed, but I did kill her anyway. But that's just part of the game. But I regret it. Mm, I would say I didn't fear killing her that it would change the story. Well, if I didn't kill her, it would have changed the story. But I didn't fear it, so I can't say that I have. But I'm sure the time will come because I don't like killing characters off that I like. Like I kill off bad guys, obviously, because I'm a happy ending writer. So yeah, but definitely not looking forward to that. So I have a feeling I will have to in the future. All right, so let's read the comments here. We're about a minute away from our sprint. Ooh, let's see where. All right, so DL said I have not feared killing a character, but I have killed a character, then later decided not to kill them off, not because I like the character too much, I just liked writing for him. Cool. Nicole said I haven't killed anyone yet. Yet. Very nice evil laugh. Supernova said, "Me as the author, some of you may die, but that is a risk I am willing to make." After I said, "I write tragedy." Laugh out loud. Well, that's enough said right there. DL said, "Sad endings are the best." It's not that they're not good. It's just that they I don't care for them. Like it'll totally annoy me that I read the entire book and then it's super sad at the end. But it'll be memorable. I know that's why a lot of writers do it too. They want to be it to be memorable. Like I play video games a lot, and there are certain games that come out that are very emotional and have sad endings, and I still love that game to death. Like there's one game called Rhyme, and it's very very sad. Like you're playing with the character, and at the end, I'm not going to spoil it for anyone, but if you do play games, it's very very sad. But I remember that game forever, and it's one of my favorite games ever. But again, I'm not probably going to write that because I don't want to do that. Like it's not going to happen. I already know it's just not going to happen. I don't see me ending it. I would just make it a good ending anyway. After I wrote tragedy. Nicole said, "Yes, I completely agree. Life is sad enough. I need to escape sadness. If I wanted to be sad, I'd open the news." Very true. Definitely have to agree with that. That's just me. I mean, it's not for everyone to write those stories that way, and I prefer happy endings. That's why I love K dramas. In most cases, most K dramas end happy. There are ones that doesn't, and don't mean you dislike them anymore or anything like that. But again, that's not what I'm out for. I have no interest in it. I don't want to see bad guys win at the end of the day. I'm definitely not interested in that. And there are some shows or movies or something like that to be like, guess what? We're going to do the opposite, and we're going to make the bad guy win. I'm like, yeah, well, I don't care about that because it's not like bad guys don't win sometimes in actual. I mean, they do sometimes, but it's like I don't really want to read that or watch that. Like, no, but that's me. Some people do. Let's see. All right. Oh yeah. Bye, Tamara. Good night. Nicole said I've been heartless, killed way too many people off without blinking. Good, bad, didn't matter. I knew it had to happen, so I made it happen. uh, After I said actually I don't, cause my book series always ends happy slash good. Um, Michael said every character I've ever tried to kill, except one, has managed to stay alive. One even has become the main love interest, although that story isn't done yet. Oh, very interesting. After I said I missed the question, but I think we're talking about killing off characters. I haven't really killed off many, but I have killed ones that are loved by the readers, fan faves. Well, the question, Aphrodite, was in your work in progress, have you feared killing a character off would ruin your story? Or have you killed a character and changed the death in a revision? So did you fear you killed the character or you were going to kill the character, but did you fear doing it and that it would affect your story in rather positive or negative way? Steven said, I've worried about that during this rewrite. I've had to change when a character died. I have changed a death in revision so the character no longer dies for a sci-fi story. So you have, yeah, I mean that can happen. You can change your feelings on the issues, And I have my entire like three parts book series planned out for Chronicles Cagliostro, but I don't know what's going to change with that, especially in the deaths, a villain or not otherwise. So that could happen. Like you may think something, see, DS, okay. After I said my bad guys think they win because their morals are screwed. Are screwed, but actually, the good guys win, but in the eyes of the bad guys, they don't. Well, too bad for them. They don't know what's going on. um, oh my goodness. So, yeah, that's the third question. Very good conversation coming from these type of questions. And as a writer, you should always ask yourself questions. It gets you a little bit further into your world. I always ask myself questions, and it just gets to creative juices flowing when you ask yourself questions. If you ever feel stuck somewhere or something's not happening with your writing the way you want, then ask yourself questions. It always seems to help, especially in me. After I said, I like the bad guys wins $1 billion loss. Like the bad guy wins the $1 billion lawsuit, but is alone. Where as the good guys lose everything, but they love and love each. Okay, love and have each other. Yeah, but have love in each other. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I mean, because that they would think like, oh, ho, ho, I won, blah blah, but not really in the end. Like, cause you're alone, bitch. Like, all right, so we're gonna jump in on the last sprint, last 15. So we should be coming back about 9:20, and that will be end of our getting it written tonight. We'll close out, and then we will see you next week. It will be on Aphrodite's channel next week. Hopefully, she will be up and at 'em. If not, I will take up the mantle yet again, and we will be here on my channel. So I'm gonna go ahead and count us out so we can do our last sprint. Three, two. Well, I'm gonna count it up. So three, three, two, one. Right. See you in a minute. And we're back. All right. So, how'd everyone do with that last sprint of the night? Da-da-da. I did get to All right. Let me mute that. I did get to revise a few more pages, so I had to contend with the 3 year old. She's now 3. So I didn't get to do as many pages I would have liked. So, and I did type that last message wrong. That one too many zeros in there. So it's our next week we're going to be there an hour earlier, as Aphrodite said above. At 7 instead of 8. She says until the last man standing. That's funny. That won't be me because I will, even though it's a type of special edition, I will be. I will be. I have to always leave at least no later than 10. Thank you, baby. At least no later than 10:25 because I have errands I have to run and I have to run and take my little brother to work and blah, 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 blah. And I have a 3 year old, so I can't write until my heart's content. I would love to, but I cannot. Um, so everyone's word counts, even though it says 0, but that's okay because you're a villain. So um, Steven said 527. Whoa, look at the kicking out these big numbers. And DL's 578 words for chapter 20's outline. Good job. Wow, nice job. And Steven said I now have 2,656 words until I reach the 10,000K today for the 10K Tuesday. Well, I know you'll do it tonight, Steven. You're on a very, very good path there. You're really close, so I'm sure you will handle it. And everyone's doing so well tonight. Such good. I'm glad I could be part of that. Get you guys writing. Um, I don't know how many words I got. I just know how many pages I revised. So I'm pretty happy with the count. I think it ended up being around like 7 or 8 pages or so. So words are coming. It's getting more words to the book because I'm revising. So I'm looking forward to hopefully finishing my revision by mid August if everything keeps on schedule. I always have a lot of stuff I'm doing. Um, but I am focusing on Kronk's Cagliostro for sure because I have deadlines to meet that I will meet this time. I'm not playing that game. Plus, I'm thinking about possibly throwing in publishing my poetry book, Lavender Words, this winter, or actually probably closer between fall and winter. I wanted to have it ready for after Aphrodite's book release for Shattered, possibly, or I'm going to just release the short story that I wrote for Writers Unite that I have on my website, The Room Within, because I was looking into getting a pre-made book cover for that and then releasing it just to have like a little pamphlet type of, short story just to have there at the book release for Shattered, since she's looking for authors to have a giveaway and one to sell. So I was thinking about doing that. It's already edited and ready to go, and it did pretty well. So I figured, why not? It's going to be a part of my horror compilation that's slated to come out next year. So why not give it its own little cover and things like that? So that's what I'm going to do. Alrighty. And like I said, 0 words for me, but I did format a few characters. Um, and I tried to figure out the new POV for a few chapters. Good job. Yes, I know, baby. We're about to go. You're pulling me a little bit ago. All right, thanks everyone for joining tonight. I really appreciate it. Support you guys. The writing community is really, really good on here on YouTube. I really appreciate it. And Aphrodite and I again will be back next week on Tuesday, hopefully on Aphrodite's channel, and we're going to be doing a special edition starting an hour before. I think she said something about NaNoWriMo special edition. So writing until we can't. And I know I will probably possibly be the first loser because I'll have to leave at 10:25 at the latest. But we'll see what happens. All right, everyone. Thanks again for joining. As you know, I'm author D.L. Tillery, and I will see you next week. Take care. Good night.